Hey everyone, let's continue national income. Today we will discuss measuring national income. So there are three methods for measuring national income. One by one, we will discuss all these methods: value-added method, income method, and expenditure method. And through these methods, we will calculate national income also with the help of some data or numerical problems we have to solve. First is value added method. Value added method, we can call it output method or production method also. I mean, if somebody will ask you what is output method to measure national income, that is the same value added method. And somebody will ask you production method, what is production method of national income? That is also, we can call it value added method. The contribution of each enterprise or industry to the generation of flow of goods and services is measured. Basically, what we are doing in this particular method, we are taking into consideration contribution of each enterprise or industry to the generation of flow of goods and services. Each and every industry, what they are contributing, we will measure in terms of whatever the goods and services they are providing. The economy is divided into different industrial sectors such as agriculture, fishing, mining, construction, manufacturing, trade and commerce, transport, communication, finance, and banking. That means all these industries, they are divided into, let's say, there is three sectors: primary, secondary, and tertiary. So in the same manner, these industries are divided. Next, we come to the what would be the steps. Steps are net value added at factor cost by which productive enterprise as well as by each industry or sector is estimated. For measuring NVA at factor cost, we need to find out the value of output. So value of output means we are going to calculate physical output multiplied by market price. Whatever is the total output we are producing, and that would be market price that we can multiply this. To arrive NVA factor cost means net value added at factor cost, we have to subtract the following from the value of output. First is intermediate consumption. Intermediate consumption means what are the raw material, fuel purchase from the other firms, etc. Let's say, suppose if we will talk about somebody is selling, we can say wheat flour, and wheat flour they are selling, and for this purpose they are purchasing wheat grains. So wheat grains will become intermediate good for that particular firm. Those are selling this whole grain wheat. So this is the intermediate consumption. So we will subtract. We are not adding in the value of output. Depreciation, consumption of fixed capital, because all the machineries when we are using, so yearly we are going to calculate depreciation also. So consumption of fixed capital. Net direct taxes, I had already explained you, net direct taxes means indirect taxes minus subsidies. These are net direct taxes. Third point, we then add up the NVA factor cost by all enterprise sector in the country. We get net domestic product at factor cost. If we will add on all these things within the country, so what we can get it net domestic product at factor cost. We can call it NDPFC. And once we will add on net factor income from abroad means NFIU. So this NDPFC, we can get it NNPFC or national income. Why NNPFC? Because net national product factor cost, that is including abroad transaction. Also, suppose our residents, they are working in foreign country, and foreign country residents, they are working in our country. So whatever the income they are earning, difference of this income, that is known as net factor income from abroad. So NNPFC, we can calculate when we are adding NDPFC plus NFIA. But at the time of value added national income, when we are opting this particular method of national income calculation, So what could be the precautions? Imputed rent values of self-occupied houses should be imputed. Here is precaution is first is imputed rent values of self-occupied houses should be imputed. Those are the imputed rent values means those houses where you had occupied for yourself, but if suppose you can rent out these particular houses, so you can earn some rent. So that should be included. Sale and purchase of second-hand goods should not be included, but commission or brokerage earned in their sale and purchase has to be included because these are the second-hand goods. So we are because once we when these goods were first hand at that time, we had already included these goods value in our national income. So at the time of sale and purchase of the second hand goods should not be included, but commission and brokerage, because this time this person, they are getting commission on this selling and purchasing at the time of selling and purchasing. So these would be included. Value of production for self-consumption should be included. Whatever is the production you are consuming for yourself, so that would be included. Value of services of housewives should not be included because housewives, if they are making food for themselves, they are doing cleaning, they are doing cloth washing, each and everything. So these services will not be included in the nation because they are not generating any income. Value of intermediate goods should not be included. Intermediate goods, as I said, already given you an example. And one more example I'm giving you. Let's say somebody is manufacturing four-wheeler and they are using these tires. So tire would be intermediate good for that particular four-wheeler. Why? Because what would be happened when you are purchasing a four-wheeler? This tire cost is included in the car in this four-wheeler. So this tire would be treated as a intermediate good. So we cannot count this value of this intermediate good twice because at the time of when you are if suppose, yes, one more example, if suppose you are selling these tires at the tire shop and somebody is using four-wheeler and his tires are very old and he would like to replace these tires with new tires. So he would purchase from market, he would purchase tire and at the time of billing would be generated. So at that time, these tires would be treated as a final good. But when somebody is using for the to manufacture some finished goods, so that would be treated as an intermediate good. So I hope this difference will be clear to you. What is the difference between intermediate good and final goods, as well as what do you mean by second-hand goods? What do you mean by brokerage, commission, depreciation? What is the difference between NDPFC and NPFC? So I hope this is the value added method, how we can measure the national income. This particular method is clear to you. And in the next video, I'm going to discuss with you income method, then expenditure method, and one by one, we will solve some numerical problems, how we can measure national income with the help of these value added method, income method, and expenditure method. I hope this video would be helpful to you. Keep watching. Stay tuned. Thank you.